What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video of WIZLAND with Wiz. Happy to be with you guys today. So you already read the title of the video, so you already know what the topic of this video will be about. So if you click the video, this channel is about self-development, becoming the best version of yourself, and that is my whole intention with the entire channel. I'm in the process of trying to become and reaching next level things within my own self, within my fitness, within my business, within just life in general. And I know it's going to be a very long process to get from point A to get to point B. But regardless to say, I decided to share the journey because I do believe that it is very important for people that are doing good things out there to share their own journeys and kind of communicate the level and the process and the struggles. So that's the main purpose of the channel. In today's video, I will be talking about how important, and it is very important, to choose who you want to be in life. It's not about allowing yourself to be something, but choosing who you want to be. I truly believe that a lot of us do not, for whatever reason, we don't get told these things, that we get to choose who we want to be. And I do understand that sometimes the cards that we're played kind of prevent us for a limited amount of time for us to really pursue whatever it is that we want to do. But regardless to say, the entire purpose of us choosing who we want to be is understanding who we are, being aware of who we are, being aware of the things that we enjoy doing, and also being able to do the things that are easy for us to do and doing those things on a daily basis. One of the biggest people that I listen to a lot for inspirational things and to learn from is Jim Rohn. He's one of the oldest, my apologies, I'm watching the England versus Senegal game in the background, but and England just scored 1-0. So regardless to say, one of the people that I like to listen to is Jim Rohn, because he did have a lot of knowledge, and he's one of the first people that genuinely try to share his own journey within the seminar type of medium. I'm pretty sure if he would have like came up in nowadays, he would have created a YouTube channel and things of that nature. But he definitely share a lot of knowledge about him. He is one of Tony Robbins' mentors, as well as Tony Robbins has said it previously. But for me, I like going to his, I like Googling Jim Rohn. Googling, putting it on YouTube, learn from this man because he did have a lot of wisdom. He had a lot of things that he learned from through life, through mistakes. He basically, he stated that at age of 31, he became a millionaire just based on things that he changed for 6 years, which is it's pretty accurate, man. If you listen to it and you kind of analyze the things, and you're realistic with your own journey and realistic that you want to attain things, you will understand that things that do not happen overnight. It is going to take you minimum, I believe, minimum 5 years for you to even feel comfortable enough for you to become a voice in whatever space you're trying to become a voice in, become an expert. But that doesn't mean that you cannot start sharing your journey when you're just starting off. That just means that for you to be considered an expert, for you to become better, it is going to take some time. And you have to be respectful about the amount of time that it will take you. But regardless to say, one of the main things that the reason I wanted to share this is because I've been thinking about my own life, and I've been thinking about more so now that we're getting ready to start 2023 at the beginning of December. And usually I use this time, the last month of the year, to kind of reflect on in this past year. I use it to reflect. I use it to create goals. I use it to see where I failed on this year. I use it to kind of pinpoint things that I did differently this year compared to last year. My own circumstances, have I become better within the things that I said that I want to do, and all these different things. But one of the main things that I do want to share with you is that when you decide who you want to become, you instinctively, you start making choices that will fit that persona or that per se, that character. When you create in your mind, you create a character that you say that you want to become like, or you want to become this person, you're going to start moving that way. And if you don't, then you really don't want to become that person. You might like the idea of becoming that person, but and it might sound good for you. But if you're not doing things that fit into that particular character, because it is a character, you're choosing to be a character. Example being, you want to be the person, a doctor. Well, what does a doctor do to become a doctor? Then you have to study a lot. You have to take classes in college. You have to go through a curriculum. Then you have to go and pursue your master's and your PhD, and then all these different things that you have to do in order to finally be allowed or be considered in a serious way. You have to go to different trainings and all these different things. So it is a very much of a long road ahead, and you have to go through that road. You have to follow the map, and eventually you will get that title, becoming a doctor. And within that character of you becoming a doctor, there's going to be so many different things that are going to pull you or try to pull you away from you achieving that thing, you know. So the importance of you deciding who you want to be starts with what you want out of life. And that could be, and one of the main things that I've gotten older, as I've gotten older, that I really have thought about is that things that maybe we should start thinking about how to create our own careers. A lot of people create their own careers. There's no such thing as a there wasn't such thing as a content creator 10 to 15 years ago, but now people have created their own careers within their own mediums, within their own niche, and they are considered now content creators, and they have a career, and they're actually making real good money doing the things that they love. So it's on you to decide what you want to do. It's on you to be okay with the process of you becoming that person. And I think that the biggest disconnect that we have as a society, and I've talked about this before, is the aspect and the thought of trying to become something you're currently not overnight. The more that you allow yourself to go through the process, the more that you allow yourself to understand that there will be lows, that there will be highs, that you have to learn how to deal with both of them. You have to learn that when you're low, you're not gonna stay low as long as you allow yourself to get up and keep moving forward, just like Rocky said, you know. And then when you're high, you don't allow that to get to your head, and then just because you get to a point where you've have seen and you've earned success, that you're gonna allow that to define the rest of your life. And just because that one moment you think that you're better than everyone else around you, I mean, life doesn't happen that way. So you have to understand and decide who you want to be. For me, I want to share this with you guys because this is the decision that I've made, that I really, at first it was just a thought, and it's just, and I hope that with me sharing this, you can kind of inspire you to do the same for your life, and inspire you to understand what you want out of life, because that's the most important thing. You have to, I feel and believe that when you make a commitment to life, meaning that you're saying you're going to do this for the rest of your life, regardless if I'm at the bottom, regardless if I'm at the top, it really doesn't really mean anything, because you love whatever you've committed to. Then life will start giving you hints. It's gonna start helping you. It's gonna start aligning for you, and it's gonna start giving you opportunities that maybe you would never have thought of. So for me, I kind of shared it before, so let me share it again in more detail. So I want to create something like Hollywood created in California. Like, I want to do that. I want to become one of the biggest not content, but film, animation, and just novels, graphic novels and comics and all of that. Just like Disney, just like Marvel, just like all those big companies here in Houston. I believe that Houston is one of the biggest cities in the nation. I really don't know why they haven't created that here. We have one of the biggest tax benefits. We have a lot of land here in Texas. So I really don't understand why that has not occurred. Maybe because of the weather. But I mean, I've lived in Houston, Texas, like in Houston, Texas for almost all my life. There was a couple years that I lived in New Mexico. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I visited New York, I visited California, but I would not change my city for the world, because I mean, I know this weather, I know everything around here. So I think it's just something I want to do. And now with social media, and now with being able to immediately communicate with people, that opportunity can very much be a real thing within, maybe for myself, within the next 10, 15, 20 years. That's my goal, and uh, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, because I know it's not, but I do believe that it starts with my imagination. It starts with me creating content like this every day. It starts with me creating art in the background. This art back here. This is me working in my skills, trying to hone my skills. Trying to be better, trying to become better, trying to understand how to be more creative. Damn. Sorry, guys. Goal number 2-0. Damn, that's crazy. England might be going against France. That's gonna be a really good game. But regardless to say, yeah, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to tell stories through those mediums. I want to be able to tell different stories, to be honest with you. I want to give you opportunity to come to Texas. And it's very much I'm kind of surprised that has still not been created here in Texas, just because I mean, I guess we don't have a rich film kind of cinema culture here. But I mean, that's gonna change, and that's one of the main things that I want to do through my life. Not saying that that's the only thing, but that is gonna be the biggest project in my life, and I want to say this, man. I got inspired by Christian Guzman, which is a fitness guy. I started watching him back in 2016, and that guy kind of motivated me to even start the my own like storytelling. I started my own journey within YouTube. Like prior to him, I didn't believe that it could be done. And I think that we as people like start believing a little bit more that we can actually attain things when we start noticing people from our areas attain them. So that was the big inspiration for me, that this guy from Houston, Texas, literally from the city that I'm in, because if you're from like the city surrounding Houston, it's like Sugarland, like Stafford, like Missouri City, like A-Leaf, like all these different areas of Houston. He literally is from Sugarland. I grew up in Missouri City, so we're like literally like maybe 5-10 minutes away from each other growing up, and I had no idea about this guy until 2016. So I do believe that when you start seeing people that are around your area, you start believing that it is possible for yourself to do these things, like to do things that maybe no one around you has ever done. So yeah, guys. I mean, I believe, and I would say, if you watch this at the beginning of 2023, whenever you're watching this, man, it really doesn't even have to be the beginning. It doesn't have to be the end of the year. Whenever you watch this video, I say sit down, kind of analyze your life, analyze the things you want out of life, analyze what you want to do analyze what you want out of life, analyze what you want to do, analyze the things that make you happy, analyze the things that you don't like. A lot of people start their businesses based on things they don't like. If 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 you start analyzing a lot of things, you start noticing that maybe if you don't like how something is done, maybe you can do it better. And that's an opportunity for you to create a business that maybe someone else doesn't care much to do. And because you care so much and need to know the shit out of you, you're going to start that business. So you start understanding how things work in life, and you start understanding and analyzing how you and what triggers you. I promise you'll be able to make changes in your life that will benefit you, and not only you, benefits the people around you. Because once you start changing yourself, people around you start noticing those changes. And obviously, I'm referring to positive changes. Once you start doing those positive changes, people around you will start noticing, and they will start supporting you, and they will start making changes in their own lives. So yeah, guys, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. And I'm gonna finish watching this England versus Senegal game. France and England looking, it's gonna be a good match. Honestly, France, I'll be surprised if England beats France, but I think France is really looking strong, man. Like, I've seen France play, and they look legit, and without a lot of superstars that they're missing due to injury. So yeah, guys, see you on the next one. Hope you keep enjoying the World Cup, because I am enjoying the World Cup. Take care.